Hello, everybody. I told you I would be wearing the same shirt again today. Again, all nice and clean, and this time it's dry. Hello, Surfer Girl. Hello, Samantha. How are you both? Um, Glad you guys can make it today. I have a lot of things to kind of share with you guys today. A little bit more than I actually thought I would, because I did get a special delivery um, this morning. Um, I'm excited to show you all. So let's just get started with the first thing that I want to show you guys. Hello, Elle. How are you? This is actually not the first thing I want to show you guys, but it's 8:30 my time. I was up early this morning. A little bit of coffee never hurt to kind of carry me through. So the real first thing, crazy-eyed Mr. Toad. It is part of the Disneyland 65th anniversary. As you know, Mr. Toad is an attraction at Disneyland. It was also at Disney World, one of the original attractions at Disney World. Now there is the ride vehicle one, which I could have gotten, which was $30. This was about $10. Yeah, my shirt did come in. I actually like this one better. Like the attraction vehicle should have Mr. Toad with the crazy eyes. This should have just been a regular Mr. Toad. But you know what? Let's see. I'm going to take this one out of the box. Ooh, this is interesting. There we go. Pull it out. There you go. Crazy eyed Mr. Toad. Got his hands stretched out. This is not a bobblehead. Of course, you got the FAC number at the bottom right there. Back's nothing really special. I don't know. This is my favorite. He should have been driving the one that's driving the ride vehicle. But I don't know. I like this one. So that's the kind of the first thing. And I've always actually wanted to ride Mr. Toad. As most of you guys know, I'm more of a worlder than a Disneylander. Although in the past 2 years, I have gone to Disneyland a little bit more than or actually the same amount of times as Disney World. I can't believe that. That is actually hard for me to believe. And actually, rather than there we go. I want to say rather than having you guys watch me struggle with this one, as Mr. Toad kind of popped out right there. There we go. And we'll just pop him right back in, good as new. Up until 2018, I've never ridden Mr. Toad. I've never ever ridden the Walt Disney World version of it. Had an opportunity to, but my parents kind of put the kibosh on it. We're like, no, maybe next time. You wouldn't like the ride. That type of deal. So, of course, it was the proverbial next time. And of course, whenever my mom said next time, that means that ride will close down. And sure enough, it did. So I believe this closed down in 1998 at Walt Disney World. So fast forward 20 years to 2018. And yes, Surfer Girl, you're blue. You got the wrench. I think most of my viewers right now are Monorails, but hopefully as we go along, we'll get more and more viewers. So congratulations. But back to Mr. Toad for a second. 20 years later, there was one of the rides that I had to go on when we were in California in October was Mr. Toad. Like, if there was anything else, if Mr. Toad was closed, it would be one of those things where, like, I want to check it off my list. And I did get to check it off my list and walking the Toad Hall. It's a fun little ride. At the end, you do go to hell. I mean, you have the demons, and they crank up the heat. It's all in good fun though. It's a fun uh, attraction, Mr. Toad. So this is the first thing. You're just joining us. Hello, Roxy. Showed off my Mr. Toad Funko Pop right here. And it comes in the series. Now, I believe Peter Pan's upcoming. I haven't seen Captain Hook. Captain Hook is 8/16, so that might be up there. But the Matterhorn Bob said I should have picked these up. The Matterhorn Bob said ones were released earlier this year. And of course, you got the attraction vehicles. See, it creeped you out when you were little. I think as a little kid, it might have been a little bit more creepier as we kind of focus a little bit more on my head, so it's not like you're looking at my nose. I think as a little kid, it might be definitely more creepier. As you're like a teenager, I think it's a little bit more lighthearted and more fun especially at the end. I mean, it's Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. It's a wild ride. You're in a car. You're going crazy. So I think people will understand that part. Little kids will understand that part. It's just the ending. I mean, I would have rather gone on Mr. Toad than Snow White's Scary Adventures. That scared the bejesus out of me. Like the whole forest with the trees. That is some scary, scary stuff. They're making a little bit more nicer in Disneyland. Hopefully they're doing some construction at Disneyland right now with all those rides so that it's ready to go when the park opens. But I don't know. Disneyland's not generating any money inside the parks. That's a whole different story right over there. So this actually did come today. I was excited that this came today. I'm like, Amazon gave me back. Like this was sold through Amazon, sold through Amazon. I've got it. All right, I'm not a big Funko Pop collector though. Although now that I said that, leaning over here, this is pretty much I think the only other Funko Pop I have. This one's not coming out of the box. This one's also a bobblehead. So the bobble, with bobbleheads, after a while they lose their bobble. So they're not coming out of the box. I mean, it just depends really on where, like the governors of each particular state. I know there are some governors that are more cautious than other governors. I do think Disneyland can be responsibly opened, but I also understand where the governor of California is coming from. But different topic. Moving on. I did show you guys, if you were on Roxy's stream last night, this Spirit jersey. It's a Spirit jersey short sleeve t-shirt. They don't really make too many of these. I actually pulled it right out of the dryer. It was half dry when I wore it yesterday. It's fully dry, fully clean. On the back, actually, hopefully we can see this. No, can't see it. All right, I'm not going to fiddle around it, but it says Mickey. It's the same pattern, but it actually has Mickey across the back. You don't want to see my butt. That wouldn't look good. But it does say Mickey. Maybe I'll take a picture of the back and put it up on Instagram. It has a little compromise right there. But I don't know. It actually looks better. It looks better in person than it did on Shop Disney. I can tell you that right now. I got it for a discount off Shop Disney because it was like only $5 less than a long sleeves Spirit jersey. Like this and this was $5 less, $2.50 per sleeve, I guess. Which like really, it's a T-shirt. You don't want to see. We're not that kind of. I'm trying at least not to be that kind of stream, at least. But so this was actually I got off Shop Disney. It's part of the Rainbow Collection. I actually really do like it. It's the same. I believe it's the same fabric. Very heavy duty cotton. And even though, again, it's 37 degrees outside right now, this is still warm fabric. And again, it's the same oversized sleeves. Like you can fit probably both my arms through one hole. It's a very cute. It does fit well. It fits just like what a Spirit jersey would think a Spirit jersey would fit like. I do have one more Spirit jersey coming for Halloween. And that's all I'm going to say. I have a lot of things. I'm trying to think, what should I show next? And after the whole special, it is super comfy. It is. Like, I could wear this as like a night shirt if I really wanted to, but I'm not. It's too precious. If you saw my video from yesterday about my whole pin reveal, I was so excited. It was my first pin reveal. I was surprised. I'm like, should I film it? No, I want to open this now. I want to share with you. And I got 2 Tinkerbell pins from the stupid ink and paint mystery pin jar. So if you haven't seen that, watch my reaction. It's priceless. Yesterday. But I've already shown you the main attraction pins for Peter Pan. You've got the pirate ship, you got the mini and the ears. So there's a theme. So this is set 1. Now set 2, or this is actually series 6, but this is the first or the second actually set of pins that I got. The first one I actually still have here. Now it's interesting. Great. It's interesting. When I got these pins, they came wrapped in bubble wrap. This one just came in a box. It's a small world pins. Got the clock face, of course, mini and the ears. So you always have mini, you always have the ears, and then something unique to the attraction right there. So this one for It's Small World, I only got the pins. This I actually also got the mug. I haven't taken the mug out of the box. And again, you got basically the bow this is what you expect for the Minnie Mouse ears. On the back side of this is actually, if you can see right there, I'll hold it up. You got the Darling Children Peter Pan flying over London. So maybe I'll open this up to kind of see the back, but part of me just doesn't want this to leave. It hasn't left the box since I got it. Now, earlier this week, this came in the mail. This came in the mail. Hello, Aaron. Again, it's the Thunder Mountain pins. So you got the Thunder Mountain pin right over here. Got the train, the smoke, and some of the rock formation there. The actual part of the mountain. Of course, you got the mini, which is got the dress. And it's classic mini. It's not new style mini. And of course, you got the ears, which this is exactly how the ears, as my fingers kind of cover it up, this is exactly how the ears look like. And when I saw this online, I thought, this could go either way. Again, it doesn't look, it does, I don't have the magic band, Aaron. I do not have the magic band. So, but back to Thunder Mountain here. With the ears, this is exactly how the actual pair of mini ears work. And again, I'm not really a ear person. I've showed you on a previous stream where I tried to put some of the ears on my head, and a lot of times they don't fit. But I think, again, in person, these pins actually look, they actually look good. They look pretty decent. And actually, the dress, I didn't notice it has like a swirl pattern. If you look there, it's actually a swirl pattern. It's swirled with white. It's not a defect. I wonder if it's if I've noticed in some of the other ones. Not so much on the mini for Peter Pan. It's just stars, and then it's very sparkly. There's sparkles for the mini dress on this one, but it's a swirl pattern. It's actually pretty cool. Um, kind of a silkiness. Um, I'm kind of bummed because the Haunted Mansion was this month, and I for the second time in a row, this I had to get off the general public one, and then for the mini main attraction for Haunted Mansion, again, same thing. The early access I did not get for either the mug or the pins. So I believe it's Tuesday at 9 a.m. Central, 7 Eastern, 10 or 7 Pacific, 10 Eastern. Um, they open up to the general public, so I might sneak away for just a second, put in my cart, order them, and make sure they're on my way. Last thing, of course, the mug. And again, the mug, you got the ears with the bow, got the Thunder Mountain logo on both sides, and then you got the kind of like the southwestern pattern on there. You got it looks like there's a railroad right there with cactus. On the other side, it's the outline of the railroad. You can see right there. I'll hold it up. It's the outline of the railroad in the cars. It's not a full-fledged ride vehicle though. I'm not so thrilled about that. They probably should have been like this with the pin and actually just drawn on there. But it's a unique silhouette so that you can see the landscape. It's awesome. And again, on the box tells you a little bit about the attraction. So I'll just read it. It says celebrate fashion icon Minnie Mouse as she this is just the general one. Sorry. On the pins, it's on the back. Here it's on the side. So hang on to your ears. The Big Thunder Mountain Railroad attraction streaks through a deserted ghost town and long lost mines from the Gold Rush era. The Rip Roaring ride first opened on September 2nd, 1979 at Disneyland, and has been taking guests on a high-speed, rickety adventure through cursed caverns, chiseled canyons, and a wishful waterfall ever since. And then repeats it in French, and I'm not going to say it in French because I can't speak French. And again, I've said this before. It's cool that these mugs are stackable. So if you have multiple, now I do have 2, possibly 3 or 4 more. It takes up less space. It's like the Starbucks mugs. Again, if you have these Starbucks mugs, this is Animal Kingdom, this one. This one is stackable too. Like this bottom fits directly on top. You can stack 2 or 3 if you want, if you're using them. Like the Starbucks ones, these can go for a pretty penny, but I don't know, I'm using these ones. When it comes to the mini ones, I'm not using them. Go figure out, right? All right, so we got the pins. We got the mugs. I showed the new Spirit jersey off again. I showed the Funko Pop again, Aaron, just to make you jealous. It's Crazy-Eyed Mr. Toad from, there's that word again. All right. And yep. Again, you don't want me speaking any sort of language because I don't want to butcher it. What else? All right. Oh, okay. Now this came for me earlier, or actually yesterday, from a good friend, Elizabeth C. Thank you again. She actually sent this to me. There's a little bit of a backstory behind it, and I don't know if I can share that, so I won't. Of course, this is what this whole stream is about, showing off. So, it is a Disney Vacation Club box. I did talk about there's a couple lanyards in here, and some sort of mystery thing, but I'm thanking her so much for this little box here. I actually have not seen this at all in person. So I'm going to open this up to see what's inside here. Oh my gosh. All right, so let's start with the lanyards first. So this is a Castaway Key lanyard here. Got the lanyard holder. It's a silver on it. Now, I'm not familiar with the Disney Cruise Line or the Castaway Club silver member. Ooh. So we got this cool lanyard, and it's adjustable. You got the Velcro here. It's not, and Velcro here, but pretty cool for a lanyard right there. And then a Disney Vacation Club lanyard here, again, same style. It's not double-sided. A lot of like the Disney park lanyards are double-sided, but this is just a Vacation Club member. Pretty cool. Oh, awesome. But she surprised me with these pins here. And wow. Okay, this is pretty cool. Oh, this just made my day. All right, so we got some more Big Thunder Mountain right there. Mickey on Big Thunder Mountain traction pin. I wonder what year this is for. Does it have a Disney? Maybe this was this year. This could have been this year, or maybe last year. I have to look this up. But you got Big Thunder Mountain with Mickey. You got the teacups with Alice in Wonderland. This is cool. Got the Jungle Cruise with is that Shere Khan? Yeah. And of course, Peter Pan. More Peter Pan. Flying over Neverland. You got the pirate ship right there. It's on the same backing as the whatchamacallit, the lands pins with Tomorrowland, Frontierland, and so on and so forth. But she gave me this in this nice wooden chest here again. Pretty cool. Keep, again, lanyards, something keepsakey. Knock on wood. Oh, this really, really, really made my, yeah, I do love the lanyards. I have like 3 or 4 of them. I used to be a person that's only stored my pins on lanyards, but you don't want to get your pins damaged. So I decided I needed a pin board. And so I put it on just an old bulletin board that hung up in my childhood bedroom, took some of the stuff off, and there's still some old stuff that I haven't taken off yet, that are very personal, but I keep saying I need to take some of the stuff off. I need to take some of the stuff off. And I haven't taken off like some of the more personal stuff off on there because I want another place. So I might have to get a new bulletin board, second bulletin board. All right, Surfer Girl asks, what's my main pin collection? Right now, it's got to be these. These are not leaving the plastic, by the way. These are not going to go on the pin board. They're going to be a separate collection. But I did a lot of these soda can pins, although I don't have as many as I did before. Like one of them was like the Briar Rose soda. I traded that one away. Elle's yelling at me right now because I don't have the pin board ready. It's not ready. I know. Bad me. But like the main attraction pins are, I think, the ones that I have most, but also the soda pins. I think I have like 7, 8, 9 of those soda cans. I was trying for the citrus swirl can, and I finally got it, and then I said I'm stopping. That's my main collection. Although if I see like authentic Epcot pins, the Epcot icons from the 80s and 90s, I'll trade for those, but again, there's a lot of fakes. Although again, if I have like a pin that I'm like, you know what, this it looks good. I like the design. I don't care if it's real or not. I'll take a pin and I'll trade it. I'll take a crappier pin and I'll trade it. Um, but again, there's so many pins on this pin board. Not as much as what was it the Mickey Bunch that I was watching with Taylor? Someone said no, maybe it wasn't Mickey Bunch. I forget who, but someone said they had like I was watching one live stream. They all run together now. I watched so many that someone had like 6,000 pins. Correct me if I'm wrong. Someone had 6,000 pins, and my jaw just dropped. Like what? 6,000 pins? I'm like, I thought I had a lot, and I'm like, that just took the cake. Um, in terms of things, oh, that does actually remind me. As Surfer Girl, Stitch Lady and Trip, I do have the Stitch 4th of July pin that came out, the limited edition one that came out over the 4th of July. Um, yes, yes, it was. I think you're right. I think it was Donna Jaworski. If Candy Mom was here, I think she'd be fangirling a little bit because you just mentioned her name. She'd be like, "Where? Huh? Huh? Huh?" Um, yeah. So I do have Aaron's citing all the lyrics to "Happily Ever After." It looks like so. Well, there's that. If you're finding me boring, um, actually, Sam, if you're still here again, I know I've thanked you a couple times for this, but she actually helped me get 2 pins of the from the Epcot Food and Wine Festival pins, the 25th anniversary pins. So again, thank you again. Um, she actually, I gave her the money. She bought the pins for me. And then Tom Does Disney actually sent them from Florida to me. So thank you to both of them. I'm stumbling over my words um, for that. That's another thing. I think Dawn does have every pin made, but she also like focuses on. I remember her saying the limited edition, and every festival I've gone to, which is only 2, let's be honest, or actually no, strike that. It's been 3. It's been 3. Um, I've done the Food and Wine this past summer, but they didn't have any Food and Wine merchandise. Um, that only kicked off September 1st. So again, thank you to Sam and Tom. So I had to get at least 1 pin from that. I actually do have a Fest of the Arts pin, an iFarts pin with Figment from the this year's festival. They were actually selling those limited edition pins at the Pin Trader shop in Spaceship Earth. When I was there, was it July 19th or July 20th? July 20th. So I'm like, this is my only opportunity to buy one of those pins. So I got one of those Figment pins. And I do have a Flower and Garden Festival pin from 2019. So I do have those 3 festival pins, but I also have the California Adventure Festival pin for the holidays, Festival of Holidays. So I do feature that on my pin board as well. I do have a lot of holiday things. That might be another collection. Oh, another theme. I do have a holiday lanyard. It's not organized by all holidays on the pin boards, wherever I basically put it, but I do collect a lot of those holiday pins as well as every hotel that I've stayed at. So I do have a Disney's Boardwalk pin because I was originally supposed to stay at the Boardwalk Inn back in March before COVID. But I do have a Beach Club pin. I have an Animal Kingdom Lodge pin. I've stayed at those 2. I have a Wilderness Lodge pin. working on possibly maybe getting a Caribbean Beach, Port Orleans, All-Star Resorts pins as well. Because, yes, I've stayed at those resorts, but I don't have those pins just yet. My first Flower and Garden Festival, I've been going to Disney World since 1992, I believe. I believe that's what the autograph book says that I have. But first of all, that's even before the Epcot festivals even existed, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe, well, 25, I believe, isn't not Flower and Garden, is Flower and Garden the oldest, or is it Food and Wine? I forget. But I know Food and Wine is, maybe it is Flower and Garden. But they started in the 90s, and I've been going to at least the Magic Kingdom since 1992. And anytime we would go to Disney World, for the most part, it'd be during the summer. So no festivals during the summer, exception being this year. So we didn't get to see the topiaries or experience all the extra food booths. You can't, Aaron, I am not ignoring you. So there's the first verse. There's the second one. Oh, now then he switched to Illuminations. Again, I do like Illuminations over Epcot Forever. A lot of people liked Epcot Forever because it brought back all these different things about Epcot from the past. But for me, my first time in Epcot was actually I believe it was 1999. 1999, yes, 1999. And I remember seeing Illuminations. I've only seen Reflections of Earth. I haven't seen any of the previous ones, but it's a pretty cool place. It was a pretty cool place. I love the fireworks. At the time growing up, I'm like, there's no Disney music in the fireworks. But then when we go back and back and back, I learned to kind of appreciate that you don't have to have like Disney movie music in the fireworks in order to be a good Disney music or Disney fireworks show. So I learned to love Illuminations. It became one of my favorite fireworks shows. And yes, Happily Ever After. I do love Happily Ever After. I'm kind of partial to Wishes. Although I do like Fantasy in the Sky as well. Harmonious. I'm looking forward to Harmonious. If you've seen online pictures of the construction for Harmonious, those large LED boards that they're making, that should be pretty cool. But I think it's going to change the dynamic of viewing fireworks at Epcot. Wow. So that's like what, 20 years, 22 years, 20 years ago. I'll address Elle's comment in a second, but what I was going to say is that looking at just how there's going to be video screens, it's not like the Earth globe. I'm starting to think that there might be bad spots to watch Harmonious. That some areas are going to give you a worse view off than other areas. Whereas I think with Illuminations, yeah, there might be some less than ideal spots, but no matter where you're at around the lagoon, you still get a pretty good show. And this is going to be much more heavily Harmony is going to much more heavily rely on those screens. So I'm nervous about it. And again, happy anniversary, 21 years. That's a heck of a long time. Here's to 21 more. Cheers. It's just coffee, but still. Cheers. I'm just curious what Elle's moms thinks about why it's too much. Because I have an idea, You're welcome, Surfer Girl. Um, I have an idea why um, Elle's mom might think it's a little bit too much, but I'm gonna let her type that in and then address this. So when does Tinkerbell fly in Harmonious? Yeah, I mean, right. Like she flies over Spaceship Earth in Soarin', right? Soaring over the world and soaring over, or just soaring over California as well. When the California version was in Florida, um, that was kind of weird. Where it's just like you soar over California, all of a sudden, bam, you're at Epcot. Um, so when does Tinkerbell fly in? Uh, there might be, maybe there's a projection. I don't know if they're actually going to do it. Maybe that Tinkerbell's going to be one of the kites, but they're taking Epcot Nighttime Spectaculars in a whole different direction. Um, I guess Elle's mom, I guess either Elle's furiously typing her thing, or just that it's just too much. She doesn't know why. So either way, here's what I think. A lot of people think it's too much. You got the fireworks, you got the music, you got so many different projections on the castle. You don't know where to pay attention to. Like, oh, you notice this, you notice that. Oh, somebody. Okay. Yep. There we go. I was right. As I'm saying this, the comment appears up. Too much to watch. Progressions of fireworks at once. I totally agree. You've got so much things to pay attention to on the castle. It's just that the fireworks are kind of just there if you're not near the castle, right? Um, I do remember when they started to do their projection shows on the castle. Like it would be like the pre-show to the fireworks. It was like the Matrix, the Matrix. Jeez, I cannot speak tonight. The Magic, the Memories, and You, where they take the PhotoPass photos and they put them up. And it was like a 5-10 minute show right before the fireworks launched. I remember this was the last time I actually went to Disney World with my parents. My mom wanted to see the fireworks. She's tired, she's cranky, like most people are with their feet hurting. You're walking around all day. Um, and she saw that projection show, which was like she went, "Oh, that's cool. I want the fireworks. I'm tired. I want to go to the hotel room." I mean, there's nothing like fireworks. Els, I do agree with the music. I think the selection of the music is awesome. I do think the projections are a little bit too much, in my personal opinion. Just ducking because I know some people are probably throwing punches at me right now. Uh, don't hurt me. Um, I, they probably could tone down the projections just a little bit and maybe up the quality on the fireworks because I noticed with in comparison to Wishes, the types of fireworks that they're using, there's less big fireworks. At least again, that's what I've seen. Um, I've seen Happily Ever After twice, once from the Polynesian, once from the Castle Hub, and it's definitely better in the Castle Hub. But if you're just watching Happily Ever After from the Polynesian, the fireworks are definitely less than what you're normally used to. Yeah, it's an unpopular opinion. I know that. Um, but I personally I like my shows to have a lot of fireworks, which is kind of funny because growing up, I was the kid that was like this with the fireworks, plugging in my ears, going like, stop the banging, stop the banging. That was me. I'll admit, that was me. But now it's just like, oh, this is cool. More fireworks. Like if I had to design my own fireworks show, like it would just be like the like those flashbang or just bright light, loud noise. There would be a lot of that. So much so that the smoke It would just be smoke and just flashes of light and loud noises. Um, but we went into nighttime spectaculars really quickly with this. Um, from pins to nighttime spectaculars. I like it. Um, but personally, again, I, I I I do get how Happily Ever After probably is the most with is big on the story part. Is probably the most story. Not I would say storyboard. It is the most. It does have a cohesive story and cohesive theme throughout. Wishes about was the same way. Fantasy in the Sky, which again I grew up with, is just Disney music, fireworks, not really a story there. Tinkerbell flies over the castle. Bam. Um, but I don't know. When you just looking at fireworks and different styles of fireworks, are you really paying attention to the story? No, I don't think so. I think you're just watching the fireworks over the castle. So again, I think you also always have a connection with that first parade or that first fireworks show or that first time you stepped into a park or something about that first time that you're doing leaves the best impression. And we're talking about fireworks, Fantasy and Sky, I loved it. Wishes, I love that too. Um, Happily Ever After, I was kind of sad to see Wishes go, but at the same time, I do think, again, in terms of the music, in terms of how it's current, um, relatively current, um, and the projections do help, but I think it distracts from what you want to see. Do you want to see the projections? If you want to see the projections and that's what you're there for, to watch the story and all the characters interact on the castle, then you're like Happily Ever After a little bit more. Um, but if you're there for that kind of like the fireworks aspect, you're going to care less about the what's going on in the castle. You're going to pay attention. Um, and you might have a lesser opinion on Happily Ever After. That's just me though. Um, although I do have to say at Disneyland, there's that word again. They are very projection heavy because of where the first of all the fireworks launching pad is not even directly behind Sleeping Beauty Castle. If you're on Main Street, it's off to the left, the left side. This is your left, right? Yeah. Um, so it looks a little bit cockeyed if you're standing in the middle of Main Street, staring straight forward. They put projections all down Main Street on the castle. I believe there's another projection area on It's a Small World, and they may or may not do projections in Frontierland on Tom Sawyer Island. They may or may not. I can't remember if they do or don't. If you're a big Disneyland person, let me know. But they rely heavily less on fireworks for that reason. It's not directly over the castle. That and also fire weather. Um, I, just some of those big finales they can't really do in Anaheim, and a lot of times they pull the plug on fireworks because of fire weather conditions are ripe. It's too windy. It happens a lot more than fireworks being canceled at Disney World. I can tell you that for sure because when I was there back in November of last year, I was so excited to see the fireworks over Sleeping Castle. Never had an opportunity before. I had one opportunity to do this, and all the locals are saying it's a little bit windy. It's a little bit windy. Um, yeah, it's because it's windy and conditions are dry. Like the wind is the main thing. There's apartments nearby. They don't want to start a fire. Um, so um, and so they can't really do a lot of the stuff. So they've a lot of their shows rely more on the projections, including their Christmas show, which it was pretty cool. I'll admit, Disneyland's Christmas fireworks, they were pretty good. A lot of people kept talking about the next morning we were in California Adventure for the character breakfast buffet, and or Grand California, I should say. And I heard people kept talking about the World of Color holiday show and how that beats the fireworks. But we had a fast pass for that, and we decided, or we missed it because the fireworks let out, or the fireworks ended, and the show had already started. I think that was what happened. I can't remember 100%, but it's like kind of bummed I didn't get to see both. We had an opportunity to see both, but if I had to pick first fireworks at Disneyland or World of Color, and we only had to choose one, I would have still chosen the fireworks any day. It's just that next time when we go there, World of Color, something we're definitely gonna do, because there's gonna be a next time. All right. So nighttime spec pins. There's something else I want to talk about the pins. Shoot, let's kind of going all the way back to pins. I can't remember. Sometimes I just talk about different collections that I have. Hotels, I do collect the attraction pins as well, but holidays, baseball cards. Those baseball cards. I have 3 of the baseball card ones. There's still a couple more baseball card ones with the, or like the trading card ones. I believe that there is a Casey and Gonzo pins on there. I'm debating back and forth whether I should get them or not. My heart says yes. My wallet says no. But those are pretty cool. I believe come the athlete trading card pins. I have to look at what the official name for that set is. But those pins are pretty cool. As well as, what else? There's something else. I'm going to take a look at that pin board and be like, why didn't I share that? But when we talk about that pin board, Elle says yes. Of course, you're going to say yes. So it's going to be more than one show. It's going to be like probably, I want to feature just a couple each day. But I do have a lot of rainbow pins too. Go figure. So there are definitely collections. I don't have a particular character. Now, I know Surfer Girl was talking about, she said, I know Lilo and Stitch was one of hers, Lady and the Tramp. Talk about 3 Caballeros. Hello, Rachel, how are you? I don't collect a specific character. So this attraction pins I have over here with different characters on it, it's awesome. That's very awesome. I'll put them on. Those are definitely going to go on my pin board. I try to look for different characters. So the 4th of July pin, I do have a couple of Stitch pins, but so actually that's not a good example, but over the summer, or with the Mad Tea Party pin, or one of my not Mad Tea Party pins. I'm thinking this pin right here. Geez. The Epcot, not Flower Garden, Food and Wine pins. One of them is Alice and the Mad Hatter and the Bunny. I believe it's the March Hare. Are having the Tea Party, but it's a Spaceship Earth behind them. Before that, I don't know. I lied. I do have an Alice in Wonderland ink and paint pen. I lied about that too. However, Tinkerbell. Those Tinkerbell ink and paint mystery pins I revealed yesterday. That's my first Tinkerbell pin. So if I'm debating whether or not to get a pin or not, if it's something that I don't have, I'll err on, oh, this is a new character. Bam. So I try to mix up the characters if I can, because a lot of them are Mickey and Minnie pins. Rachel, I actually got this off of Shop Disney. This was a Rainbow Collection Spirit jersey, short sleeve T-shirt. On the back, if I turn around, there's the CKEY. I don't know why I didn't do this at the beginning. There's the MIC. MIC, KEY, MOUSC. All right, there we go. And it was actually on sale. And that's the reason why I got it. And I don't know if it's still on Shop Disney right now. And if we do a Google Shop Disney Spirit jersey, because it's the rainbow, wow, it is still available on Shop Disney, and it's even cheaper than when I bought it. So Rachel, they're still selling this on Shop Disney for $19.99. It is available in 4 sizes. This is the XXL. It's also available in extra small, small, and medium. They're out of large, they're out of extra large, 3XL and 4XL. So extra small, small, medium, or extra, extra large. I don't know, maybe if I went extra large when I had gotten it, because again, it fits well. It's a little bit, I would say it's still a little bit baggy on me. XL might have actually been a good size for me. I don't, but again, since I'm ordering it, XXL is actually my true size. They always say with Spirit jerseys, sometimes you might want to go a size down, I believe, if I'm saying that correct. But yeah, it's still available on there. I was kind of surprised because usually with, again, the rainbow stuff, that's usually only a summer thing, and they try to, like this, you really usually don't get this at this time of year. Yes, it's been yes, I have washed it. I got this yesterday, and the first thing I did was I opened it up, took a good look at it, turned it inside out, because that's what you're supposed to do. Put it in the washer, washed on cold, and then it was in the dryer. And then Life with Roxana actually asked me to go on her live stream last night, and I pulled it out, and it was still a little damp. So it wasn't fully dry, but yeah, this is already, I would say it's probably already pre-shrunk. Again, I know this is the first thing I bought from the Spirit Jersey Company. So I don't know if they shrink or not. Yeah, this is my true size. Although for me, I'm also a very tall person. So like the length is actually perfect, but it does feel baggy. So if I got the XL, it probably wouldn't be the length of the shirt I want it to be. It's a good point to probably make with us tall people. There we go. They don't tend to shrink. Yeah, it feels like a very thick, warm fabric. This doesn't feel like it's a shrinking type of fabric at all. I've seen some very cool Spirit jerseys. Like my brother wanted the Haiti Spirit jersey, but he was bummed that it sold out in like a few minutes. Again, don't live near Florida, so we're out of luck with that. I I believe that like the only thing is that Spirit Jersey sells up here are like the generic ones that just say Mickey. They don't, or they don't really say Disneyland or Disney World on them. It's kind of a bum that this doesn't. They didn't make versions for Disney World and Disneyland. This just says Mickey on it. But then again, when you get Spirit Jersey on a discount, it's always good, right? But I do have one more coming, and it should I just say it? It's going to be like my little mini kind of. It's a little bit of a lazy Halloween costume, I'll be honest, but still pretty cool Spirit Jersey. It's the Buzz Lightyear version 1. It's not the current 25th anniversary, um, which actually looks pretty cool. It has like It's a little bit more designed to look like the Buzz Lightyear action figure. But again, this was on discount. It still has some of the Buzz Lightyear designs. The singing on the back looks pretty cool. So I'm excited for that to be coming too. A purple one with some villains on it. Honestly, like with certain Spirit jerseys, you have to be. I think some of them are really designed with one audience in mind. I mean, to be honest, this is designed with one audience in mind. With the whole rainbow thing, a Hocus Pocus Spirit jersey. Oh, I didn't know there was a Hocus Pocus Spirit jersey, and now that I know it, I'm not going to tell my brother because that's one of his favorite movies. If he knew that there was one, he'd be spending the cash to find that Spirit jersey. Yeah, it's not fun because I either have to go a size up or have to find the tall. And Disney doesn't. They don't do tall. They or very rarely do tall T-shirts. It's usually just extra large, extra large. So I have to go the size up just to get the length I need. It's velvet, very warm one. Ooh, again. I could wear this in the winter, and at least my arms would still be cold, but like here would be very very warm. Um, but what was the other one that I've seen on Shop Disney? There was I wonder if they still have the neon. Yes, they do. The neon splatter Spirit jersey, that little tie dye one, that looks pretty cool. Um, I have a lot of Ringer shirts. I wouldn't say I have a lot of Ringer shirts, but I've been buying a couple of the Ringer shirts as well. The Halloween Spirit jersey looks they look pretty cool, but the one that I really do like is the Pluto one. The Pluto one. The 90th anniversary one, the black with the Pluto face on it. That looks awesome. Disney used to do tall. I agree. Some of their fans are tall. If anybody from Disney's listening, get on it. Hello, Wishes Forever. How are you? Surfer Girl. I got it for 1990 or 2099. I believe this is what this cost. When I got it off of Shop Disney. But now, if I waited about a month or so, I could have gotten for $10 less. I think that's what's been keeping me away from the Spirit jerseys, to be honest, is that $70 for a full Spirit jersey, I don't know, seems like a little bit too much for me. I haven't seen any nice black Spirit jerseys recently, no particular theme, just Disney World. And the back some black joggers to match for the not jeggings. The Hades one was a black. Was the Hades one black? I believe. With the blue flames at the bottom, that looked pretty cool. But then again, you also have some Spirit jerseys that are very, I think, tend to lean towards women. Like was it the rose gold one? with the kind of like the all black one with the Disney World. I think that's maybe what Wishes was talking about. And had the classic Disney logo right over here. The D with the globe for Disney World, and then the Disneyland D, obviously for Disneyland. That look kind of plain. I think royal blue seems to be the color that they're pushing out um, really soon. I don't know, those plain ones, like even if you look like the splatter one, the neon splatter, they probably should have done a little bit more splatter on that. Um, Disney 10 only the Disneyland merchandise. Yeah, honestly, again, if the Spirit jersey's on sale, I'll get it. And if I like it, if I want it. I'm gonna be honest, I saw this at the beginning of the summer. I'm like, this shirt looks cool. I want it. But then I saw the price tag. I'm like, it's not worth it. And it got discounted to a point where like, yeah, this will do. This will do. Um, yeah, I don't have access to the Disney outlet stores, unfortunately. I wish I was a Disney outlet store up here. Um, we just got the regular Disney stores. Although, again, my wallet, my bank account probably would be like, you don't need the outlet store because you'd be like, this is only $5. So it's, you don't need it. You don't need it. Um, yeah, the royal blue also, yeah, the picture, like that seems to be the whole big upcoming push. I think that's the 2021 color because they did the photo shoot. I think we saw that on I believe it was what WW News Today. They put pictures of that photo shoot up and then like royal blue mask and Disney really likes pushing that one color. So I think you're gonna see royal blue Dole Whips, royal blue cupcakes, royal blue everything. They did it with the was it the Arendelle Aqua with the Arendelle Aqua cone. You also had the rose gold push there. Like they seem to focus on one color and just like everyone needs that color. Um, yeah. So talked a lot about merchandise today. We talked about my shirts. I'm really bummed. This is one of my favorite masks. If you were on Roxy's live stream yesterday, you're noticing kind of like fidgeting around. It's starting to come apart. I might have to find someone that knows how to sew, I guess, and just kind of either maybe glue it back on. I don't know. I'm bummed because it's Space Mountain and the People Mover. Oh, I'm still mad about it. I have plenty of masks though, so that's not an issue. Um, what else do I want to talk about this Sunday night? I don't know. Wait, what? What? How am I just now finding out about this? All right. So I believe, some of you guys may know, I live in Illinois. Gurney Mills is on the Illinois-Wisconsin border. And I didn't realize that's an outlet. It's not a regular Disney store. It's a Disney outlet. And for that, it's mostly Disneyland, not Disney World, correct? I don't care. It's okie doke. I believe Wishes is from the same area that I am, if I remember correct. I'm not going to say out loud, but I think from one of our past conversations that we've had, I think we're in the same area. So I guess in the near future, I have to make a trip out there. It makes sense because in Florida you have the three outlets down there. You would expect that to probably focus a little bit more on Walt Disney World. I don't know how many outlets they have in California. It's an outlet. Um, But a lot of like the Disney parks merchandise, like the main attraction stuff, came from Tennessee. A lot of the shop Disney stuff comes from Tennessee, although FedEx is headquartered in Memphis, Tennessee, and that's where the shop Disney, one of their warehouses is. So it's a good connected place where they get the merchandise in really easily and can send it out really fast as well. Side note there. But yeah, okay, I thought so. Wishes. All right. I run out of things to talk about. Is there anything else that anybody wants to mention before I go? Because I've had a lot of fun tonight. I hope you guys did too. The catchphrase. Not the catchphrase, but the sign-off phrase. So I've been thinking about this. Last week I ripped off that crazy Disney lady. I don't. Aaron said, "Don't rip him off. Rip it for that." Tom Disney doesn't really have one. He just goes, "I'll see you in the next one." I've said that a couple times too, so I guess I ripped that off too. So I'm like, I need a sign off phrase. And did I book for the 50th yet? No. My goal. Okay, I've told the story before I kind of go back onto the sign off here. My plan was always to go in 2019. So we had this Disney World trip planned for 2019. And afterwards, we're like, okay, when do we go next? And our thinking at that point was, me and my brother, hello, Elizabeth C. You missed the big reveal. You missed it. I'll get back to it in a second. Thank you again. But then kind of like December of 2018, I'm like, I need to go back to Disney World. So we planned a trip for 2019. Oh no, hold on. At the end of 2019, I'm getting my years mixed up. And then 2019, it's like, I missed Disney World already. I love the Flower and Garden Festival. We need to book for next year, for 2020. So we did. And we got Boardwalk and Port Orleans French Quarter as our resorts that we're going to stay this past March. But again, COVID happened. And that put the kibosh on everything. And we kind of discussed, okay, when do we want to go next? All right, with this whole COVID thing, we pushed it to July. We went in July. It was fun. Don't get me wrong. But then our big thing was just like, okay, maybe take a year off from Disney because people kept pushing 2021. I want to go in 2021 for the fifth. Excuse me. I'm not stealing your sign off, Aaron. Don't worry. For 2021, so many people are like, we're going to go this year. We're going to go 2021, which made me think, are people booking for 2022? So the plan was going to be like, since we're doing 2020, skip 2021, go to 2022, because they're probably still going to be doing the 50th anniversary stuff then, from all signs of what we were hearing. And we're just kind of wait until a little bit closer, at least, to say, okay, from here to here, this is when the celebration is. And for Disneyland's 50th, remember, it was not just 2005 for their 50th. It was 2006 as well. They did it for 2 years. So that was thinking this, like, a lot of people are going to go the first year, wait till the second year. So that's my thinking of right now. Plus, we have some relatives that we want to see, and to kind of mix up our vacations just a little bit so we can see them as well. So I haven't decided booking for the 50th yet. We know we want to go for that. It's just, when's the celebration going to be, and when can we get the time to do it? So that's my answer to that, wishes. But back to the sign off. I'm like thinking, hey, I need to come up with something that maybe that fits me, that's kind of easy to say, and that I like. So I kept trying to think of like rides and like Haunted Mansion. Well, it's like hurry back, don't forget your death certificate. And I thought, no, that's too morbid. Incorporated dance. I know I've past couple ones of dance at the end, I guess. Past couple of Roxy's live streams. I actually have. I'm trying to think of other rides I like Splash Mountain. I could say have a zippity doo dah day. But I don't know. Now I have to think about it. But I came up with how Judi Dench at the end of Spaceship Earth goes, "I'll see you in the future." That's like that's her last line. I'm like, you know what? I like it. It's plain, it's simple. I like Spaceship Earth. I like Epcot. Um, I think I'll stick with it. If I don't like it, I can always change it. We can have a new one at the end of every one. But Elizabeth, thank you so much. I showed everybody the two lanyards. I like how these lanyards have the little adjustable clasps. So again, if you're a taller person, you could adjust this and the lanyard's a little bit longer. You also got the Disney Vacation Club one, remember? And then the pins, these 4 pins, different attractions. I don't think did you see this one right here with the Jungle Cruise Jungle Book character, Shere Khan? I don't have any Jungle Cruise pins. So this is awesome. Each one of these, Peter Pan. Do I have a Peter Pan pin? Maybe not Peter Pan. So this might be my first Peter Pan. I know I have a Tinkerbell pin. Well, I do have the main attraction one, but Peter Pan's not on the main attraction one. But honestly, the teacups are my favorite ride. One of my favorite rides. I love making people sick. Love the Thunder Mountain again. This one looks more of like Disney World's Thunder Mountain, to be honest. The Jungle Cruise with the elephant. Oh. And then, of course, Peter Pan. Going straight on my pin board. I'm like, you should have seen, if you rewind back to the beginning, the look on my face was just like, I was speechless. So again, thank you so much. I want to give you a hug back, virtual hug. Yes, definitely virtual hug. I do appreciate it. It made my day to see everything. First of all, the whole little chest drawer. It's like a little mini chest, right? We'll call it that. The cool lanyard. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I've been talking for an hour and 15 minutes so far. It's getting late. So to all of you that have been watching the entire time or just a little bit, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I will see you next Monday. Sunday. I don't know what day of the week it is anymore. It's Sunday. I'll see you next Sunday. I'll try to pick a more consistent time. I thought I actually wanted to start the stream at 9 or at 9:15, 8:15 Central. But I ended up doing it setting it for 8:30. I like 8:30 Central Time. So on that note, next week I'll have to think of a good topic to discuss. Maybe I'll show my pin board for the first time and get it all nice and neat, or at least just take off the personal stuff, put it back on. good night, everybody, and I will see you in the future. Bye-bye. And end. And end.